up? What's up? Hello. Well, that's probably Nightbot. Hey, Sunita. The best onion rings ever. Did you finish frogging that project so you can redo it? Or did you figure it out? I gotta check. I used the pirate thing y'all told me about, the shipping thing. Pirate shipping. I used it. Hey, Steve. To send something to Crystal. I need to check and see if it's been delivered. Come on, Porch Pirate. Where there it is? Pirate ship. It says your item was delivered at 3:11 p.m. on March the 1st. So that, according to this, it's been delivered to her mailbox. Yay! So I gotta send you your stuff. It's still behind me somewhere. Oh, it's right there. Your yarn. Here. I'll show it to you again. Sunita. I need to mail it to you. Thank you. But look, you can already, the grades already showing back up. Look at that. After all that time, my daughter died. It took dying for me to make sure my grade was covered up. That's when my hair grows too fast. There we go. Oh, so what kind of trouble y'all getting into? The easiest way to frog something is to cut the yarn from off of the yarn that's left. Cake up that part so it doesn't get tangled, and then just cake it up from the project. Unless it's like, some of that yarn that just melts into itself and felts into itself, and it's hard to untangle. But working in the office, I am tired when I get home. And sometimes I just want to take a nap. But we're going to be, I think we're going back into Uldar. I don't remember. I have to check the Discord to see what we're doing today. If not, then I probably will go take a nap. But I made chicken salad last night. It is so good. It has walnuts, craisins, curry, cubed sweet pickles. It was good. So I started a baby blanket at lunch today. My friend Amber is pregnant and it's a little boy. So this is that blue robin's egg blue yarn that I got from AC Moore, from their Mill End bin. And so I'm gonna make him a blanket and probably like a little hat and booties and maybe even a little cardigan type top. I sent you an email, Sunita. So I got plenty of yarn for that. Let me get that out of here. Get yours mailed off. And Putin still hasn't made the buttons for Luna, but she did make me my new paint, my little paint palette for when I'm working on my watercolors. And she made it look like this is a cookie. It looks like a Pac-Man to me, but it's supposed to be like the moon, like a cookie. And then you got like all the little shiny sprinkles from like on the cookie. So that's what it looks like to me anyway. Who knows what her thing was, but I love it. So I'll be breaking that out this weekend and practice some watercolors. So we went to Family Dollar and they had these. They had the Funyuns too, but the Y's are the best because they're smooth, so they don't cut into your gums or your cheek. Like the Funyuns are kind of rough. The Funyuns are good now, but they're rough on your mouth, on the inside of your mouth. So I've been going to work. I've been wearing my hair in fun configurations. Like off to the side, like that. And then another way I've been wearing it is sometimes I'll put some fiber in my hair. And so I put the scrunchie on it. And then I spread it out like that. Can't get it at me now. Like that. So it looks like that. Oh, girl. See, no, you should get like egg drop soup, and like so udon noodles, something you can just slurp down. You ain't got to chew it. Hey Lydia, how are you today? And then I got the bread and butter spears. They're so good. Because I don't like dill pickles. Luna loves dill pickles, but I can't stand them. So the Mount Olive Pickle Company is from down where I grew up at. It used to be called Kate's Pickles. And then Mount Olive Pickle got started in Mount Olive. And then they bought out Kate's Pickles. So yeah. Are you doing the grandma's favorite dishcloth pattern, or are you using a different pattern? Oh, you're just doing a regular old square. Or are you doing a square where you start in the center with 3 stitches and work your way out? So tomorrow and Friday, I work from home, which is cool. There's a hat by, I think it's Jared Flood, or it could have been Stephen West, but it's one of those two. It's an old hat pattern on Ravelry. It's called Churn the Square. Nah, ain't got no raise scheduled for Wednesday. Cool. Bread and butter pickles. Bread and butter pickles are awesome. My grandma used to make me sweet pickles when I was growing up because she knew I didn't like the dill pickles, so she would make me sweet pickles. And she would also take watermelon rind, and she would make me sweet watermelon rind too. And I missed that a lot. And then they would make the chow chow out of cabbage, carrots, bell pepper, maybe some little hot peppers in there, some watermelon rind, a little bit of everything. They pickle it, make the chow chow. They had the sweet chow chow, and then they had the hot chow chow, and then they had like the regular normal chow chow, and then they had like the spicy chow chow. Like it was like not hot, but just a little spicy. Hey, what? Oh, you bringing Luna in here?
No.
What's this?
She crab soup.
Ooh. Well, you been over to
We went to Freemason yesterday.
Freemason?
Yeah, we went yesterday.
Sunita, look. She crab soup girl.
Don't poison your husband.
I'm gonna kiss him as soon as I finish eating. My husband has. Huh? She had them.
She left them in Boy.
No, they were right there in her Lego box that was over there. Of course. There's a place called Freemason Abbey here in Norfolk, Virginia. They have some of the best street crab soup I've ever had. That's saying something. Don't let her fool you. She buttering me up. Luna gonna be in here in a little bit. I bet you. I bet you. Butters. What's up? What's up? Hey, Kelly. What's up? What's up? y'all have to excuse me for that rant I went on yesterday because I had a little bit in me. It was only like 5%, but I'm a lightweight, so I was trying to listen back to that thing, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I just kept repeating myself. I was just like, "This is not me." It was one of those hard Mountain Dews. My husband is trying them out, and I had some, and I was two sheets to the wind, and I'm like, I really need to leave alcohol alone. I can't even mess with alcohol anymore, like the good stuff, because my legs cramp so bad just for having some, and it's like, girl, if I could give you some, I would. I'm pretty sure y'all got them real great big bags of the onion rings up there, but they had, I guess they just put these out when they were still putting stuff on the shelves at the Family Dollar. But I about lost my mind last night. We had just finished a raid, and I was like, well, let me check my messages and stuff, since I'm working now. It's hard for me to try to keep up with everybody. And so before I go to bed, I'll try to go on and do some likes and stuff on people's channels. And there was this message, and I was like, what, what? And I just went off on a rant. But it's good to get stuff like that off your chest, not because you're not gonna sleep good. And I slept like a baby last night. Steve's being bad. Steve, go ahead and confess your sins. Remember to type purple to share your links out. And I'm wearing a purple shirt today. I'm trying to think of what else I have planned. I need to write. I need to write this down for my book that I'm supposed to be working on, so I won't forget. What the rant is about. Here, I'll read to you what the rant is about. Give me 1 second. Hello. I just watched your interpretation of the Carrie keyhole scarf. Your efforts in trying to copy the pattern and the result leave much to be desired. I can attest to this since I own the pattern and know how it is constructed. Although I may know how to knit and crochet stitches does not mean I can look at a creation and interpret it decently. Also, the keyhole technique is not new, as you stated, but it was used to create a new pattern. This applies to any technique such as cables and ribbing, which can also be used to create a new pattern. As a designer, I understand that it takes time and money to create something. Write out understandable instructions and hope someone likes your effort enough to buy the item or pattern or making it. But I appreciate that you did mention that the Carrie Keyhole scarf pattern can be purchased on Ravelry. I do not care for the way you diminish the value of the pattern for creating this otherwise lovely scarf. I hope your coworker appreciates your effort. Yeah. So that is what started my rant. Yeah. Read that before going to bed. Mm-hmm. To which you have this long rambling two cans of hard Mountain Dew in me rant. Yeah. 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 Hey, it is what it is. You can't please everybody. I think people hear my accent and they think that I have no formal education or something. God, it smells so good. Mm. So, yeah. So that's what started my almost 2 hours of slightly, slightly south rant last night before I went to bed. Hey, hey, Ultra. Are you gonna save the world today? That's a superhero name you got. So I have to brush my teeth and gargle really well with mouthwash before I kiss my husband now, because he's allergic to shrimp. And so I risk him being allergic to crab meat too. So I'll just have to brush my teeth, floss, and rinse real good before I can get me some sugars. So if you ever come here to Norfolk, Virginia, go to the Mission, the downtown. It's downtown Norfolk, the Mission Abbey, or whatever they call it now. And make sure you get some of their sea crab soup if you're not allergic. You know what they told us when we were growing up about nice, right? What did they tell us? God, this is good. So yeah. So Sunita, you can go and watch my drunken rant. And they have these crackers. Yeah, I tell people all the time, like I've been having issues with black pepper lately. But they have these sesame crackers that they make to go with the soups and stuff. These things are so freaking good. Delicious. No, she gave me two. She must have thought there was one in the bag. I won't tell her. If you won't tell her. My husband goes, I can eat 6 shrimp and I'll be okay. Nobody. I'm not trying to use that insurance policy. I better not catch you eating no shrimp. Because all it takes is one to start anaphylactic shock going on. Go ahead, butter. Ask away, butter. No. If you know how to make cables and you know how to make gloves and you do the math and you figure out how to make it, and that's on you. That's your pattern. You had to do the math for the gloves to fit your hands or whoever's hands. So you had to do all that math. You had to figure out how to work those cables out into a way that they showed up on those gloves where you wanted them to show up. So no. And that's the thing. People have been making cable gloves forever. Just about every pattern, cable type of pattern has been put in a glove. Whether they used it making using a fine yarn or use it making a bulky yarn. You can make what you want with yeah, you can. You can see something in a movie and decide that you like that, and then you figure it out looking at the pictures and whatnot, and you make that something similar to that item you saw in a movie, such as that sweater from the Big Lebowski. I ain't no telling how many knitters have charted out that sweater pattern and made that sweater. They didn't have a pattern. They didn't buy a pattern. The movie theaters didn't give them a pattern. Whoever made a pattern originally, they probably have been interviewed and stuff. But if they wanted to make that pattern for somebody they loved that wanted it, then they had to do all that math and those charts and stuff, and they had to do that so that they could fit it to the person they were making it for. They were inspired by the pattern, but they didn't use the actual pattern. So you can make what you want. That's why I posted links and images of patterns similar to that design that have been made since for just the four I found. The first was on one I found was 2016. But keyhole scarves have been around forever in a day since Regency times and probably before that too. So yeah. Even the concept of using more than one hole for a keyhole scarf has been around for a long time. OVW know what I'm talking about. This guy went after her for her Kango that she came up with, even though she showed proof that she's been making them Kangos way before he ever published his pattern. He still want to try and say it was his pattern. I remember that from back in the day. And the thing about it is, the Kango, that is a traditionally African American style of hat. So she went right back and called him out for cultural appropriation. So we see it all the time. It ain't gonna stop. People get mad for no reason. You gotta go watch it. You gotta go watch my drunken rant from last night on the live feed. Then you'll understand all. I apologize now for the constant repetition, but like I said, I'm a lightweight, and even though they're only 5% alcohol, it don't take much to get me giggling. So we're gonna talk about happier things today. So yeah. And that's why I got it out my system last night. Cause it was late for me, Steve. It was like we got out of Uldar at like 10 o'clock, and then I went downstairs and I made a chicken salad. And that took a couple of hours, so it was like almost 12 o'clock when I came upstairs, and I had to plug up my phone because I forgot to charge it, and I heard it ping. So I was like, let me see who sent a message, and that's what started all when our phone started pinging all those messages. Spinning, I finished spinning this, but I still got two more. I got two more of these to spin. This is some Romney, so it's not, and is to some people it's not next to skin soft, but it's perfect for making outer garments that aren't going to touch your skin, or for making gloves, or for making real strong boot socks and stuff like that. And Romney tends to soften with wear and use. You should know that. But yeah, I got two more bags of that I've been saying I'm gonna get to spinning. But COVID, you got these COVID babies. I got a couple of people at work I gotta make some stuff for. And once I finish the baby blankets, then I'll get back to my spinning. Hey Jay. So yeah. But the last, yeah. And then I sent somebody ordered some fiber from me, and that got mailed off. So yeah. But I did finish the scarf for my handspun. So this was using Stephanie Pearl McPhee's one row handspun scarf pattern. And it's a free pattern that Stephanie has put out a long time ago. But the fiber is from EchoView Fiber Mill, and they're no longer in business unless she changed her mind over the last couple of weeks. But they started selling off everything in the early fall, late August, early fall. That's when they started putting out word of mouth that they were selling everything. So this is some fiber from the 2016 Spinzilla that I had spun, and then I made it into this scarf with that pattern. And it works great for commercial yarns too. And it's really easy to do. A really easy pattern. Oh, only got like another mouthful of this left. Don't let me forget I gotta go brush my teeth and stuff. We ain't trying to use that insurance policy. But I think my son has seafood allergies too. My second oldest daughter is allergic to cinnamon. So that's a fun time come Thanksgiving and Christmas. You have to have a set of things you got to make and not put no cinnamon in there. Like all the pies and stuff that she gets them with no cinnamon. And then I have to make a second set for the rest of us. So what you and Buttercup been up to, OVW? Miss Marcel. But see, the thing about cinnamon is, especially in a restaurant that has like pastries and stuff like that, you don't. It's the powder is so fine. You don't know if some of it poofed somewhere else and settled down into your food. That's the scary thing about cinnamon. And like with shrimp, I don't like getting stuff that has shrimp on the menu because I don't know if they fried something else, like the French fries or something, in the same grease that they fried some deep fried some shrimp in. We used to have a person at work. They were so allergic to peanut butter that the vending machines couldn't have anything with peanut butter in them for people to buy and eat. If you wanted peanut butter or something, you had to actually go to your car and eat it, or go outside and eat it. And then you had to like wash your hands before you came back in the building and all that stuff. I don't know what happened to that person, but they're no longer with the company. Mm. I need to put this up so it won't be lost when I need it in the morning when I clock in. Yes, the best onion rings. They don't tear up your mouth like the Funyuns do. Now the Funyuns are good too, especially if you're gonna crush them up and use them for bread and chicken. The Funyuns are what I would go with for that. But for eating, I would get the Wise onion rings. I tried the Dollar Tree onion rings and they were disgusting. 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 Do not buy those Dollar Tree onion rings. They are disgusting. Well, at least we know when we track you down, Steve, you got to make us a home cooked food. They were allergic to popcorn? Seriously. Corn. Mm. And sometimes you got to look around to find the Wise. Like we were finding the Funyuns everywhere. But Family Dollar has them now in our neighborhood. So yay! But if you live somewhere cold, Steve, you need not ever worry about me just dropping by. The only time I would ever visit you is in the summertime. I hate the cold. You never ever need to worry about me going nowhere cold if you live somewhere cold. You are safe. Safe. All right. Let's save some of these so I have them something to snack on tomorrow or during the raid. And I cut my finger somehow this morning, and I don't know how. Like it was just the weirdest cut on my thumb. It's on this side of my thumb. It's like on that side of my thumb, close to the nail bed. It is just the weirdest freaking cut ever. I don't know how it happened. I just looked down at my on my thumb going into the building, and it was there, the cut. I'm thinking that it was my badge, the piece of my badge that popped out. It was like a freak accident, like my badge, it broke, and I'm thinking that it was a piece that popped out, hit my finger, and slid across it and cut it, because I couldn't figure out any other way that my finger could have gotten cut, because my badge broke this morning when I was going in the building. So I'm thinking that piece that fell out, just a freak accident. So I ended up with a Band-Aid on, and it was funny because the manager who got me the Band-Aid, she came by about 20 minutes later and checked on me to see if I was all right. I was like, that's so cute. She just don't know that when I'm out in my garden, I'm scraping my knuckles, I'm getting little micro fissures and cuts all over my hands, cutting the grass, using the tiller, cleaning the tiller off. You know, you're pulling those vines, and the vines give you like a rug burn across your hand when they slip and drag across your hand like that. And she's sitting there worrying about me and my little superficial cut. That was so sweet. Hey, Miguel. Well, Miguel, sometimes you got to sit down and rest. Do what you got to do, such as feed them and give them water, but the rest of the stuff, sometimes you have to wait a minute. And maybe you can barter with somebody who might want a new head or scarf, or a hat and scarf set, for them to come and assist you under your supervision, and then you get rid of some items that you made, and then you get someone that helps you with some of your chores. So if you haven't typed in purple yet, go ahead and type purple. Count to 10 before you see the next person that types it, and then you type it. So that it'll post your Nightbot will post your link to your channel. But make them a throw rug or something, like a little small rugs. You know, like the little ones that people put in front of their sink or something. A little tiny rug. They're not big rugs. They're like what, maybe a foot and a half across. And little rugs that people throw down like a throw rug. I love water. I refill these things 2 or 3 times a day. Love water. You got your air conditioner on. I love the heat. Heat doesn't bother me like some people. I'll be outside working in my yard and garden and stuff, and hardly even sweating, just enjoying and soaking up that sun. And somebody else will come out there and they be sweating to death and complaining about the heat. I don't know how you could be out here, blah 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 blah. Because to me it feels good. I mean, that's what I grew up in, down in North Carolina, in that heat in some of them fields. So I don't like sitting up on the air conditioning. I think that's why a lot of people end up getting sick, if they sitting up on the air conditioning all the time. Have they put a roof, like a A-frame roof on your trailer, Miguel. Yeah, drop my cap. Ah, but see, you have health conditions for the heat and whatnot. Yeah, that humidity, like you feel like you're suffocating. Dry heat is different from humidity. Oh my god, that humidity, you feel like you can't breathe. And if you got asthma and you dealing with humidity too, oof. Okay. Miss Lydia says she'd rather be in air conditioning, that she has health issues, health problems. We got cloudy here. Um, Started around my first break. So it started around 11 o'clock this morning. Clouds started rolling in. Hey, Dreeny. But the clouds always come in Virginia when we getting ready to have some type of solar event that you can watch in the night sky. We always get clouds. We always get rain. We were watching the eclipse. 1 minute it was as clear as anything, no clouds in sight. And then like 10 minutes later, the clouds was rushing over Virginia. I mean, hauling butt over Virginia. And I was like, always in Virginia. When I was in Texas, we could watch all kinds of stuff. I loved it there. Loved it there. We used to watch all kinds of stuff, the meteor showers, all that stuff when we were in Texas. Yep. Jupiter and Mars. Yep. That was the event. But not here. All right, guys. I'm going to go and take me like a 20-minute nap before it's time for us to go raid in World of Warcraft. Yes, I still play that game. And thank y'all for coming by, hanging out with me for a little while. Like I said, I'm going to be making a baby blanket, probably some more baby stuff for my friend's baby. Um, her daughter, I think her daughter is 9 or 10, and her son, I think he's maybe 7, 6 or 7. So there's a little gap between this baby she's pregnant with and the last one. So he is happy that it's a boy. Her son is. Her daughter was happy it was a baby, but then when she found out it was a boy, now she's feeling outnumbered. So, oh, you're not late. Somebody else is gonna come on. Ain't no problem. Somebody else is gonna come on right after I get off, and then that way I can be listening to y'all while I'm gaming like I usually do. I'll try to find somebody that's on and I'll listen in. I don't get a chance to chat because I'm typing real fast. But I listen in. So, and sometimes if it's really good, I'll risk making a comment even if somebody dies in the raid. But hey, that's why you have 2 healers for the 10 mans. Those chicks are so freaking cute, Miguel. It makes me wish I lived closer to you. I would definitely be buying some chicks from you. So, but no, alas, While you down there near the third coast, I'm way over here on the east coast. That's one of my goals is to get me a little chicken coop built. Get my 5 chickens. We can't have roosters. So, but I can have 5 chickens. And if y'all watch my garden videos, y'all see I got plenty of room for to have me a little coop. All right, let me go before they start hitting me up on Discord. Y'all take care. Be safe. Take care of each other and be blessed. Yes, I miss Abner, Miguel. So we're gonna have to look into getting you another Bantam rooster. Oh, Abner was the boss. All right, I'm going this time for sure. They already sending messages out. All right, bye bye.